Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Lionel back again with another video, and today I wanted to go over my portfolio, which honestly is a little embarrassing, but this portfolio is the same one that I used to get my first position, where I say that like I have more than one, but I'm still a junior. I promised myself I would stop calling myself a junior developer. That's what all my friends are saying. Like, dude, stop calling yourself that. You are a developer. But, just being honest, I'm still new. I literally just started a year or so ago. I mean, I've been coding on and off for a few years, but this is the same website. I've just been so busy. When I was freelancing, I was so busy that I never got back to updating it or redesigning it. It's the same Gatsby template that I was using. So I do this in order for those who, like me, are stuck inside tutorial hell. You got to stop taking tutorials. I still don't know anything, you know, but I solve the problems. I get whatever needs to be done. I make sure to get it done. I communicate well. These are the skills that I'm told are most important when you're looking to be a software engineer. A little bit more of my story is that I come from a background of being self-taught and freelancing anyway, from photography and videography back in the day. I had my son 5 years ago, and at that point I said, okay, I'm going to stop chasing clients, and instead I just want to drive, come home, get my paycheck. So I did that for 5 years. At like year three, I started to get tired of it. My back started hurting. And I started to see all the truck drivers at like truck stops, they all get out the car with that same like limp and like, I was like, nah, I can't do this for too much longer. But being stuck inside that car, I was able to learn. And I'm a nerd anyway, introvert anyway. So it was perfect for me. I was able to learn so much. And eventually I made my way over to coding and web development. Shout out to Leon Noel at 100 Devs. If you really want to learn how to code, you'll go there and never come back here again. But still, like, share, and subscribe because I'm gonna be posting these videos every day. For the few, I have it written down on my board to make one video like this a day, which isn't hard for me to do because I don't edit, I don't clean up, as you can see. I've been working remote, and I had to tell my homie like, yo, I need to get out of the house. Now that I work remote, I'm noticing like I don't really go anywhere. I mean, I work out here. I Everything I love is here. So, but let me stop rambling. My cat is here, um, distracting me. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I I was truck driving. And when I was learning to code and when I started to pick up clients, well, one thing that I did was I hit up everybody that I know and I said, let me make a website for you. Businesses as well, of course. Not just make website. I said, I will do anything that you need. If you need somebody to run your social media, if you need someone to, you know, design, help with your website, design an ad, I'm sick with Canva, or anything that you need, I'm your guy. And through being like that, there's so many people out there, clients that you can scoop up just off of that. And that allowed me to build this portfolio better, which then allowed me to start to secure clients. And which eventually, by the time it came time for my interview, I was ready. How did I get an interview? I didn't apply to any Indeed or anything like that, but it was just a chance meeting. I might as well. I've told this story in every video pretty much, but I don't have that many subscribers anyway, so I just assume that everybody that comes here is brand new. So I'm gonna say it again. There is this building that is our startup community, our little version of Silicon Valley, right? I live in Hampton Roads, Virginia. This place is called Assembly. And if you're from here, shoot, pull up. I'm in there all the time. But I was there meeting with another prospect, a dude who hit me up on Facebook wanting to meet and form some type of partnership, which didn't work out, you know. But while I was there, one of the important people at Assembly saw that I was there, and she said, "Hey, Lionel, how much would you charge me to redesign this website? It needs a tune up, right?" And she had a WordPress website which was like, old looking. And I told her 350. I eventually ended up kind of bumping up the price as that was way too low. I mean, I felt like once I started, I was like, yo, this is taking me a while. And, I'm doing a lot of work here. So, but anyway, I made her that website, right? And it's a startup. What does a startup community? What does every single startup need? Developers. Everything, but developers mostly. So, fast forward to like a month later, she tagged me and a guy who is a CTO who used to work for Apple, and another guy who is like user interface, UI, UX, super professional, super lit dude. But I was one of the three. And when I saw that on my phone, I hit them up so quick. And then I saw like 2 days later they reached back for more information. I was like, I already contacted them, and I have a phone interview in a couple days. So then I had that interview, and the dude was the company was super super cool. I was honest, and I just said that I'm still new at this. If you don't have a development team, I don't think that I can handle this on my own, but I do have mentors and a network that I can bring. They said, how many developers do you think you will need? I told them two. And the lead, who is a absolute genius, we actually, going back a little bit further, I know you guys hear it's all about networking. It really, really is. When I was searching on YouTube, I always heard people say it's all about networking. And it sounds kind of cliche, and it's like, networking, it's like kind of corny. Like, I don't even like that word. I don't even like to think that I'm networking when I'm doing things that I'm doing. But it was me being a part of this hackathon. The guy who was the leader of our team just knows everything. And so I knew to bring him with me. We met with the hiring person of the startup, and they hired me and him to join the project. He's super busy doing what he's doing. So, and he actually helped me out in this way by saying, like, you can either pay me 30,000 a year to code this, or you can pay me to project manage this for a couple grand a month, 10 hours a month. I will project manage this, tell Lionel what to code, and then you can hire him to write the code. And so that's what happened. And I joined the team as a software engineer. They formed a partnership with him as a project manager. And through that, I was able to get my foot in the door in tech. And now I know that this is like divine and like luck and being at the right place at the right time and being prepared. But still, I believe that every single person can do the same. If you get off of YouTube, you've done enough courses, most likely, and it doesn't matter. Like, you're not learning anything. Like, when you're following tutorials and stuff, it's like you're learning, but you're not really learning. I still don't know how to like fully, write an algorithm, just if I was to just open up the terminal and want to do that. But the thing is, when you're working on a project, you get a task to solve. You use your tools, the internet, and then you solve that task. Now, I'm not saying don't ever do a course, but once you know the language, you're good. And this, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I don't know anything, but my strategy, because I saw that it was a never ending rabbit hole, my strategy was I just need to learn the language. If someone says function, I need to know what they're talking about. If someone says hook, if I'm working in React and they say hook, I need to know what that is. I need to know what managing state is. But do I need to know how to write the whole thing from scratch? No. You know, I need to know what a method is. I need to know what properties are. But do I need to like get out a pencil and paper and write it? No, you don't at all. Not with ChatGPT and with everything that we have. When you're working on a project, you're going to be by yourself. So you can do whatever you want at that point as long as you get the job done and you don't completely mess anything up. You know, forgive me if I'm rambling, but I believe that this is extremely important information here because I think that that's what gets most people stuck, and it's almost what got me stuck. I kept thinking like, okay, I would see a new like another tutorial and be like, okay, wait, maybe I need to know this one. Maybe I need, okay, I'm gonna start applying once I finish this one, which I did that so many times, dude. And I see why they call it tutorial hell. It's because you feel like you're at least being productive, you know. But the sooner that you can get over that and just start networking, and by networking I just mean it doesn't have to be corny, it doesn't have to be forced, but tap into your local community. There has to be hackathons, there has to be a startup community. You know, look for events, reach out to people on LinkedIn. You have to do these things. Like it's a extreme part of the process. Like even if I know some developers are like antisocial and introverts and you just want to be in front of your computer and you just want to make amazing things and get paid for that, maybe that will come one day. But and I'm not talking to anybody who can just create something amazing and put it out and get paid. Like, sure, if you can do that, then do it. But if you are in tutorial hell, I'm talking to you in tutorial hell who has a list of tutorials to do and thinks that when they finish the tutorials, they'll finally be ready to just apply for jobs and use their certificates or whatever to get the job. Like, that is not the way. Someone's going to have to think that you're a cool person to work with, and they're going to hire you that way. Rant over. But yeah, should we get into, did I finish the story at least? Oh yeah, so the hackathon, then Isaiah works with me now. And yeah, and everything has been going great. And the reason why I made this YouTube was because I want to help people, you know, straight up. Because everyone talks about how hard it is, and everyone's right, it is hard. But, you know, I think that there's ways around it. I think that it's super hard when you're doing that, like applying to things online. You know, I think that you have to know a person, get recommended, and then get the job that way. When you're just a stack in applications, like you see on LinkedIn, these things say 100 applicants. Like, come on, that's, now you're competing with people with computer science degrees and stuff like that. I don't have a degree, you know, and I see people with degrees who say, or who went to boot camps and paid thousands of dollars, who say like, I can't find a job. And I'm like, shoot, yeah, I see why. So anyway, let's get into it. Let me slide this over here and go here. Okay, yeah. So here we are. Well, let me show you the fanciness. Lionel the Builder. Whoop, whoop. And it's so embarrassing when people know Gatsby, because this is literally the starter template. Like, I remixed it a little bit. I changed a little bit, but let me show you. Gatsby JS starter template. So with Gatsby, there's an entire, like, not even a lot. There's only a little bit of them in here. And you can find mine here. look at how, see, portfolio. Hey, it's literally the same thing, dude. So I used this, right? Cloned the repo and then just personalized it. And this got me so many gigs when I was still freelancing, and eventually, you know, this was what I used. Of course, this is all my information here now. Here's my name. Hey, and welcome. I'm Lionel the Builder, software engineering. Of course, ChatGPT wrote this. Specializing in full stack web development. Currently, I'm contributing to the team. Morrison's Hammer. Here's my languages: front end, back end, database management. Here's full stack development, Node.js, Next.js. This is have everything that I've worked with in here. I started a meetup where we teach JavaScript and just have open conversations on code. I made a palette management system when I was working for a janitorial distributor. So we were basically, it was these really tall shelves, right? And when we were delivering orders to schools, they would put the pallets on the top shelf and then forget which one was which. And we would have to hop on this order picker and like zzz, all the way up 20 feet to read what school it was for. And I was like, dude, why are y'all doing this? If anything, it should be like written down somewhere. So I got them to get a whiteboard, and then I turned that into an app, basically. So this is the two shelves. Now, if you go to one space and you type a customer, it saves it. So then we could just see it like that instead of having to. So that I figured, and I really did it for myself to learn more, and for my portfolio. I was already thinking about. Of course, at that time I was super into web development. I didn't tell you guys about that job. See, I while I was truck driving, it was hard for me to learn to code. I would literally stop at Barnes and Noble for hours. In the middle of my route, I would stop for like an hour or two to do lessons and to do whatever work I was doing for people also when I was freelancing. This is one of them. Just another carpenter. This is a WordPress site here. Nothing too, crazy. This is the lady here, which the oh, I need to fix this. Where I need to get her SSL because she got me hired. Told her I'm working on her website for free for the rest of her life, pretty much, as long as she lets me. So I'm meeting with her soon to fix that. My GitHub, wow, I only got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I definitely need to put more up here because there was a lot more. I was just so busy that I never got back. But yeah, contact, follow me, my logo, and this. And then if you click at the top here, is my resume. So this is literally it. This is the portfolio that landed me my position. So if you're waiting, bro, for anything, like, stop waiting. You're ready. This was a funded startup that, won Techstars and other opportunities out there. So don't wait. You're ready. Start now. Reach out to me. Follow me on Instagram. Here's a blog. I should start writing more blogs in here too. But yeah, about just goes there. This is React and Gatsby, and this also helped me prepare for my job too. And then the other thing, I didn't even click this one. Oh, this is the, okay, yeah. I thought that was the meetup. So with this, I used Firebase for the back end and React for the front end. And I was going through, I wanted to use what I was going to be using at my job. Now, I was trying to prepare and get experience with the technology. So you log in. And this I need to fix up. It's really just the chat for now. It's just a live chat. And then I was starting a to-do list app. Like, it doesn't even work right. I still need to go fix this. So yeah, I even had stuff in here that was like halfway built, but I was just messing around with the technology. And now this is open source on GitHub. If anybody wants to help, we have a Discord with like 50 people in it, and come grow with us. You know, I'm just getting started, and I want to have a whole army. I mean, it's funny because my first video, I was saying, oh, in my first video, I was saying like, I don't care how many people watch these videos, which is still true, but of course, to help more people would be better. To eventually have like the crispy setup, the clean sounding audio, and maybe like actually care enough to shave and shower before I press record. Until then, like for my 100 subscribers, I mean, shout out to y'all. And but that's not enough to make me feel any kind of pressure, you know, to do anything like that, anything like fancy it up. But I'm just trying to be real and just trying to motivate the few, and just, you know, if I can help somebody the way that like Isaiah has helped me, the way that this startup has changed my life, you know, most of these jobs, excuse me, most of these jobs that you want to apply for, they all say like 2 years experience, 3 years experience. I got my experience now. I mean, my foot is in the door for a few months now. And I feel like as long as I continue to do a good job here, I'm an engineer now, you know, and I can only do better. I can only grow as long as I don't fall back and fall down. And that's not happening. I'm giving it my all. And I know that if you're like me, that's all you want is a chance. All you need is a chance, and you can do this. So just make sure that you're prepared. You're already prepared. You just need to get out there and put yourself in the right environments for the magic of the universe to happen and for shit to line up for you. Start calling people. Start making websites for people for the low, for free even, you know, and go to stuff, meetup.com, Facebook, events. Go to where the developers are. Go to where the people are starting companies are. And that is where your opportunity will come from. You know, I don't know anybody. I mean, I was about to say I don't know anybody who that has not worked for. So, I mean, shoot, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. All right? I don't want to make this too long. So, reach out if you have any questions. Like, share, subscribe, all of that, and peace.